mustard, ketchup, or both. What makes hot dogs special enough to become a worldwide favorite? This snack has found its way into stadiums, street carts, and backyard grills. It's simple but a staple, and in this video, we'll talk about everything from their rich history to how they became a global sensation. Plus, we will learn how hot dogs are made, both in factories and at home. So let's get right into it. So how did this humble sausage transform into the icon we know today? The story of hot dogs starts thousands of years ago. Ancient sausages were first mentioned around 700 BC. They even appeared in Homer's Odyssey. But one famous legend credits Emperor Nero's cook Gaius. He created the first sausage. Here's how it happened. Gaius roasted a pig but found its intestines, some sausages, which later inspired the name hot dog. Then, German immigrants brought their sausages to America in the 1800s. Vendors in New York City sold them from pushcarts. These sausages were cheap, easy to eat, and delicious. People loved them at this time. They were still called dachshund sausages, but the name hot dog came from a cartoonist. He heard vendors shouting, "Get your hot dachshund sausages at a baseball game." He drew a cartoon of a dachshund in a bun. He couldn't spell dachshund, so he called it a hot dog. The name caught on. The hot dog's popularity grew even more at Coney Island. In 1870, Charles Feltman, a German immigrant, started selling sausages in buns. This simple idea made sausages portable. People didn't need plates or forks. They could walk and eat, so Feltman's idea was a hit. He sold thousands of hot dogs in his first year. In 1916, Nathan Handwerker, one of Feltman's workers, President Franklin Roosevelt, served hot dogs to King George VI and Queen Elizabeth during their visit. The king enjoyed them so much that he asked for seconds. Different cities added their own twists. Chicago hot dogs were loaded with pickles, tomatoes, and celery salt. New York hot dogs are topped with mustard and sauerkraut. Everyone has their favorite way to enjoy them. Starting from ancient sausages to modern food trucks, hot dogs have come a long way. But their journey through history didn't just stop with popularity. It led to a day of celebration. Every July, the United States honors this beloved snack with a National Hot Dog Day. This festive occasion brings people together with cookouts, contests, and special deals. Events like Nathan's famous hot dog eating competition have become iconic. But have you ever wondered how they're actually made? For that, and hey, you can even add a touch of sugar. The goal is to create a blend that matches the classic hot dog taste. We've selected the ingredients. Now it's time to mix the meat. Or plant-based ingredients are ground into smaller pieces. These pieces are placed into a high-speed mixer. Ice chips are added to keep the temperature low, which helps maintain the right texture. As the mixture blends, it becomes a smooth, sticky paste called an emulsion. This step is important for achieving the texture of a hot dog for plant-based versions. Special machinery makes sure the texture closely resembles that of real meat. The emulsion is pumped into casings to form the iconic hot dog shape. Casings can be natural, which are made from cleaned animal intestines, but they can also be synthetic. These are made from cellulose or plant-based materials. When the batter fills the casing, it's twisted into links. If synthetic casings are used, they're peeled off after cooking. Specialized machines remove the casing without damaging the hot dogs. For natural casings, this step is skipped since they're edible. When the hot dogs are cooked and shaped, they move to the packaging stage. In this step, they're vacuum sealed in plastic to preserve freshness and extend shelf life. The packaging includes labels with ingredient lists and nutritional information. At every stage, the hot dogs are tested for quality. Inspectors check the texture, taste, and appearance. The meat is examined to make sure it meets safety standards, and these are set by regulatory bodies like the USDA. Plus, special attention is given to avoid contamination. Every batch is weighed and checked to ensure consistency. These tests guarantee the product is safe and delicious for consumers. Choices select fresh meat for the best flavor. Gather spices like garlic powder, paprika salt, and mustard powder. You'll also need ice water and some casings, which can be natural or synthetic. Place the meat mixing bowl and grinder in the freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes. This step keeps everything cold. Plus, it also helps create a smooth texture during the grinding process. Use a meat grinder to process the chilled meat. Grind it through a fine plate for a smooth texture. If you don't have a grinder, you can ask your butcher to grind the meat for you. Combine the ground meat with your chosen spices and seasonings. Mix thoroughly to ensure even distribution. Slowly add ice water as you mix. This helps create a sticky, uniform paste that will hold together during stuffing. While stuffing, we need to be careful to avoid air bubbles. Then twist the fill casing into 6-inch links, which is the standard size for hot dogs. Simmer the hot dogs in water, heated to about 82 degrees Celsius. Cook them for 20 minutes to make sure they're fully done. Avoid boiling as it can cause the casings to burst. This cooking step helps the hot dogs hold their shape and ensures they're fully cooked. Transfer the cooked hot dogs into an ice bath. This stops the cooking process and makes the casings firmer. When the hot dogs are cool, dry and store them in the fridge for up to a week or freeze them for later use. Finally, you can grill, fry or steam your hot dogs before serving. Pair them with your favorite buns, toppings, and condiments for a delicious meal. Hot dogs have become a major innovation. These hot dogs use ingredients like pea protein, soy, and wheat gluten. They replicate the taste and texture of traditional meat. Brands like Beyond Meat and Field Roast have perfected recipes that appeal to both vegetarians and meat eaters. Plant-based hot dogs not only taste great, but also address environmental and ethical concerns. And if you're health conscious, you probably want hot dogs with less fat. They also prefer hot dogs with less salt, so some companies now offer organic or nitrate-free options. Gluten-free hot dogs are also available for people with dietary restrictions. These healthier alternatives make it easier for everyone to enjoy hot dogs without compromising their health goals. Around the world, chefs have reimagined hot dogs with cultural flair. Japanese-style hot dogs might include teriyaki sauce and seaweed toppings. Mexican-style hot dogs, also called sanrendang, now they aren't just a pre-game snack. Hot dogs have even entered the world of gourmet cuisine. High-end restaurants experiment with premium ingredients like truffle, aged cheddar, or wagyu beef. These gourmet hot dogs prove that the humble dish can appeal to sophisticated palates as well. But the innovation doesn't stop here. Lab-grown meat is becoming a reality. Basically, this meat is created by growing meat cells in a lab. We get a sustainable alternative to traditional meat production, and the future of hot dogs goes beyond lab-grown meat. Astronauts have eaten them in space too. Yep, NASA added hot dogs to astronaut meals during early space missions. They were easy to prepare and reminded astronauts of home. Even now, with advanced space food, hot dogs are still a personal favorite for many. With the meat industry a major contributor to climate change. But let's face it, sustainability isn't just about helping the planet. It's also about shaping the economy. Hot dogs are a billion-dollar industry. From street carts to gourmet restaurants, it drives crazy revenue globally. Looking at the numbers, the hot dog and sausage market was valued at $80.48 billion in 2023. It's projected to grow to over $112 billion by 2032. This growth highlights how popular and profitable hot dogs have really become. Major brands like Nathan's Famous, Tyson Foods, and Hormel Foods dominate the industry. They invest heavily in marketing to stay ahead. Smaller businesses such as food trucks and local hot dog vendors also benefit from this booming market. These vendors usually bring unique recipes and flavors to their communities, boosting local economies. Supermarkets and convenience trees. Farmers supply the meat, then factories process it, and vendors sell it. This creates employment at every stage. Even the packaging and advertising industries benefit from the hot dog business. The export market is another area of growth. Countries like the United States, Germany, and China are major producers and consumers of hot dogs. International trade helps expand the market, creating new opportunities for businesses. So hot dogs started with small beginnings and have grown into a symbol of innovation. They now play a major role in revenue-generating jobs and supporting industries. As we look to the future, this beloved food will undoubtedly keep adapting to meet new tastes, values, and challenges. There you have it. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting content. See you guys next time.